Hoy toy, welcome to Transfixed, the channel that has its own huge dragon, if you know what I mean. Today we're going to take a look at MechFansToys Lost Planet Huge Dragon, which is their G1 Omega Supreme in a bite-sized, compact size. And I like it. Here's a nice package artwork. There's some other artwork and pictures on the top here that shows you all the different modes you can put it into. Same on the back. So of course you can do the base mode, but it comes with some other bits and pieces, as you see here, that you can use to make all kinds of fan modes and whatnot. So pretty good value. I bought this at TF Direct, and it was actually, it's on sale now. I think I forget what I paid for it, but it's about, I think it's on sale for like $65 US right now. And it also comes in a blue version, which is the Cybertron Guardian type of homage, which I'm very tempted to get. And here is Huge Dragon. I'll just go through all the stuff it comes with first. Here's the instructions. Nice color instruction sheet. Very helpful and easy to follow, unlike Hasbro's own stuff. It also comes with this, and I have no idea what this is, but it's got pictures of Ninja Turtle characters and Transformers, and that's the bad guy from Teddy Ruxpin. He-Man is here. This looks like it might be a calendar, but it says USA on it. Everything else I cannot read because I don't read Afrikaans. But yeah, I'm guessing it's a calendar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. There's too many months. I don't know. You tell me. Okay, let's go through the accessories first and get those out of the way. It comes with some of the knockoff stuff of the Diaclone reboot. So it comes with 2 of these drop pods. This one has like the little tracked vehicle that turns into like an accessory that you can put on the powered suits, where they can, or just have it be its own thing. There's a lot of bits and pieces you can combine as well. This is the flying one. Looks kind of like a hunter killer drone from Terminator, as does this one. But you can also turn it into like a jetpack for the powered suits. Powered suits are these guys. So not included with this set, but this is what they're compatible with. This is an actual legitimate Diaclone reboot thing. I did a video about these. You can find them on my channel if you're interested. Oh, and I've put some of the accessories. So here's a little sword knife thing that also came with this particular set here. And it came with these missile pods that I've stuck on there too. So that's except for the suit, all that's part of this set here. It also has these bags of little accessories. There's the other sword that goes with it, and I guess these are the guns and stuff, and this is other guns and pieces. And then it also has these 2 gigantic cannons that can fit onto him that seem to transform into arms. And this would plug into the Die Battle suit, I believe. And it can also plug into the torso here if you have it in a certain mode. It doesn't really work in robot mode as arms, but it does work in the other fan modes. Those are all shown again here. This, so you can do this sort of thing with it. Personally, I'm not interested in that stuff. I'm just interested in Omega Supreme himself, so let's take a look at him. So first, let's talk about his size, and that's the reason I bought this figure, is because he looks fun to play with and something you can actually hold on to. I love the third-party Masterpiece Omega Supremes that we've been getting. Like the FansToys one looks great. The KO one looks great. The DX9 Gabriel looks great. I would have probably gone with the FansToys if I had the money and the space, but I don't. I like the knockoff version for the price, but I don't have the space. So this suited me just fine. He's about 10 inches tall. If you measure up to his, tracks, just under 10 inches. To his shoulders, 8.5 inches, and 9 inches to the top of the head, roughly. Even though I'm Canadian, I don't really know metric for measurements like this, so you'll have to convert that. Sorry about that. And there he is, of course, with some Masterpiece cars to give you an impression of the size there. Here he is alongside MP10, just the standard MP10, and one of the current Hasbro figures, and a G1 mini bot, just for comparison's sake there. Here he is next to a modern figure, from Power of the Primes, and a Generations figure. Here he is with a tape measure and a 3 3/4 inch action figure. Here he is with a shark tooth and a shotgun shell. Any reuse with a can of Coke. Refreshing. Okay, now let's take a look at this guy. He is great. I really like him. The ankle tilt here is not perfect. It only goes about that far. That's because these feet are identical, I think. But overall, it's a great figure. It's articulated all over the place. Nice ratchets there. Ratchets here. The tilt I mentioned. The toe can go up and down. It's rather tight, but it does go up and down there. The arms are articulated shoulder, swivel, up and down movement here, all ratcheted very nicely. And there's 2 hinges on each of these finger flame things here. And the head turns around. The cannon goes up and down. Or I guess it's an antenna in this mode. This I've added as a sticker. By the way, since my last video, I think I decided on which decals or which stickers I prefer. I think I like those ones that are on the clear plastic background and just has a nice silver outline. Looks very G1 toy. So it's either those or the cartoon ones. I think I like these though. Looks good on Omega Supreme anyway. I think that covers all the articulation. Here he is from the back. So these tracks are just plugged right in. We'll take those off and start showing you how the transformation works. These just fold out like this. Nice detailing on the tracks and everything. These slide off. They only go on one way so that they can bend at the elbow. What I love about this rocket is that it does still have the little, if I can find it, I know it's opposite of this triangle. It has the little door. There's a little door there. I love that it has a little door with a, well, it's not really a ramp because I don't think that bends down further than 90 degrees, but I love it. I love on the MechFansToys ones that it goes all the way to the ground like in the cartoon, but this is good enough. Then I can imagine my little Autobots going inside there. It's very cool. Yeah, that just sticks together. As I said, you can articulate these to quite a degree, but of course you want it to be like a claw. Oh, and in here there's some clear orange plastic. There's no light, but it does have a nice bit of clear plastic there. So that sits nicely wherever you want it to be. Now these arms are actually detachable at the shoulder, but we'll leave them in for now. These flip up too, to show some nice painted missiles in there. Missile spam, if any Macross or Robotech fans are watching, you'll appreciate that detail. While we're here, let's bring this down. This is the tank that just slides out up here. And then for the legs, these just pop off of here and then split in half like that. And that's how those go together. Then you just plug it in to the track thusly. And that's how the track goes together. And then for the little head tank guy thing, we just unfold the tracks all the way around. This sits down here, and then you turn this around. No, just leave it like that. Then you've got your little tank, which does go around on the track with hand power. Then for the main body, you just have to fold these legs up, turn them sideways. I guess either side will do. I'll put the shiny side up. Why not? Now this part is a bit stiff. There's a this torso is in 2 sections. You kind of have to. Oh, that worked better. I guess it loosened up. So this plugs into there, and then there's 2 plugs here that go into these holes. So you just lean this back. Now this is where you can attach stuff. If you want to, you can put on these big guns, right? They kind of slot into this area here and then sit down. So you can do stuff like this. And I think they go in here too. Not really, it's just meant for there, I suppose. So yeah, you can do that. So nice little touch. Again, I'm not going to use it, but it's pretty good for base defense mode. You can do all kinds of things like that. I'm going to leave them off for this review though. And then these arms, you can just put them up and then kind of make these resemble gantries for the rocket. So I just have them pointing in like that, which I saw in one of the photos. Then your rocket can sit there. So this just kind of sits in the middle of the track. Actually, this works better. Sorry, I've swung these legs the wrong way. They should swing out to the back. Alright, so that sits there like that. Let me get a wider view. Maybe I'll angle this. This might be better. And then you can sit your rocket in the middle here if you like. I kind of like it like this. And there's your Omega Supreme in kind of the classic base setup, which I think looks pretty great. Again, these kind of you can imagine these are gantries. You can have these up or down. If you fold them down, then you've got missile batteries exposed. You can have your little tank going around the track here. And you want the toes facing out. That way it will fit. Otherwise, these are too long to really fit in the middle there. And then this almost meets in here. I mean, it just sits in the middle, but it does look like it's all connected if you position it the way you like. You can put this elsewhere if you want to, but I like it here. And then you can do stuff with this too. And here, if you want to, you could put some Diaclone guys, or as I said, you could put these in here to give it some extra defenses. So that does look pretty cool. And the paint on here is really nice, by the way. That sort of bronzy gold paint, really good. This kind of looks like a ramp. So it makes for a pretty good base mode if you want to do the classic way like that. So there's no electronic parts or anything like that, no LEDs, but I think it does a good job, especially for this price point and this size. Very nice. Now, I forgot to mention, in the robot mode, the thing that got me about the size is it's not that much smaller than the original G1 Omega Supreme. I didn't have one as a kid, but I did see one just yesterday, in fact, when I was at Toy Traders. And I don't think it was the first time I'd seen one in person, but first time recently up close. And it was after I bought this guy, so I realized that they're not that big. I mean, the G1 Omega Supreme, of course, is a huge character, and you know him as this big behemoth that they, you know, it's kind of the Autobots' nuclear option that they call in only when they have to. So you get this sense of scale, but the toy wasn't that big. This toy is, if I'm not mistaken, the toy is about a foot tall, so 12 inches tall compared to this guy who's roughly 10 inches tall. So he's almost as big as the original one. It's just that the proportions are so much better, and he's not just a sort of shambling brick like the original one was. No disrespect to the original, but yeah, this is quite a step up if you ask me. So having said that, let's get him back to right. So let's get him back to robot mode. I'm going to show both ways of transformation. I don't normally do that, but because this is an interesting piece, and I don't know if he's going to be very popular, I will show everything. So this here just goes back the way we had it. Plug that in there. You can see the way the elbows are. They're flat on top to facilitate the joint. That's why the arm attachments only go on one way. And again, these do come off if you want to plug something else in there. I don't know anything else that accepts this sort of it's a square post with a round base. So you can see in there it's the same. I don't know why they come off, but it gives you more options. So this guy, I love this little tank. I think it's great. So what do? Lift his head up first, and then fold the tracks in all the way around the back. Drop him in here, and then close this up, and it locks into place. You can see his little Omega Supreme face in there, looking nice and cubic and chunky. So there's the main body, and then give him some legs. We'll just take all this stuff apart again, and then this just folds up. Just pegs onto the side here, very simply. Then this locks into place. There's one leg. Will he stand on one leg? He will. Sort of. Very convenient. And then this, just make sure you get the double joint to fold together. Doesn't clip in together or anything like that. But look, even on the back there's detail. I think it's a quality piece, considering it's an unofficial, unlicensed, bastardized item. Let me show you what I'm doing here. So just plug this in. And then lastly, we just split this apart. And we put it this way around, I believe. Yeah. Let me show you just the wrong way, so it doesn't really go on all the way, because this clip is in the way there. So it does have to go on the correct way, and there we are. There's our Omega Supreme, looking great. So, as you can tell, I'm very pleased with this piece. I highly recommend it if you want a small, manageable sized Omega Supreme. If you got the space, go for the big KO, or the MechFansToys, if you got the money. Otherwise, this is a good piece. And yeah, and as I said, it does come in blue and gray if you want some Guardians. You can army build them, which is not actually as crazy as army building the full-size masterpiece scale one. So you could do that. Oh, did I mention? Yes, he does have a waist rotation. Sorry, I almost forgot to show that. So yeah, I think it's got pretty much everything you could ask for. I love it. Go get one. Thanks for watching, and thanks for watching.